They say hard work never hurt anyone, and I like to think I'm living proof of that. For me, it started on a summer day like today, detasseling corn here in Kalamazoo County. Then I put myself through college, the first in my family. Hard work, but worth it. As a social worker and single mom, I learned working together is the only way to get things done. And as your state senator, I'll keep working hard because it's the only way I know.
I'm Justice Bob Young. Aren't you tired of the negative ads and lies? They're paid for by lawyers and special interests who say or do anything to take control of the court. In 11 years on the Michigan Supreme Court, I've been a tough but fair rule of law judge, enforcing the laws under our Constitution, not special interests. With your support this November, we can send them a message. Until then, you might want to keep this handy.
Marriage is our foundation. It's the very foundation on which we thank God for life today, for our life tomorrow.
Because we know it's always there, because it's the ground we stand on. Even after 46 years, it still continues to get better.
And it's fun. We have fun together. We really do.
Some people worry about what it'll be like when the kids are gone, but I think it's even more fun now.
It's just us, and isn't that kind of special?
Our celebration of marriage isn't something for a special time. It's something that we do every day.
Pat Somerville has a proven record of results for Michigan taxpayers. Pat's never missed a day on the job. He voted to end lifetime health care for Lansing lawmakers, including himself. Somerville voted to put more money in our public schools and millions into fixing our roads and bridges, all without raising taxes. Pat voted to cut the state income tax to put more money in the pockets of hardworking taxpayers. Pat Somerville fights for Michigan taxpayers. David Hayner wants us to trust him with spending our tax dollars, but Hayner has a history of not paying taxes. Hayner was late paying property taxes 15 times, sometimes years late paying the taxes that fund our schools. If David Hayner can't manage the bills in his house, we can't trust him in the State House. Pat Somerville will put our kids first, investing in Michigan's future. Pat Somerville has his priorities straight. Clint Kesto is working alongside Governor Snyder to make Michigan's economy stronger, investing more money in our schools, expanding career and technical education choices for students, backing a bipartisan plan to keep effective teachers in the classroom. And Clint Kesto voted for a plan to fix our roads, $730 million more. Call Clint Kesto and thank him for putting our families first and moving Michigan in the right direction.
Pam Jackson says some interesting things, like we can't fix our roads or bridges unless they meet her green standards. She said we should build a new bridge to Canada out of green concrete embedded with solar panels. How will Pam Jackson pay for her expensive ideas? Jackson says she'll discuss raising the gas tax and moving to a graduated income tax. And we should tweak property taxes. Michigan families can't afford Pam Jackson's liberal agenda.
In the race for State House, the choice is clear. Sandy Colvin is Labor's candidate. They've given her thousands. Colvin's friends brought us Obamacare, the program that raised rates, caused some families to lose their doctors and others to lose their coverage. Sandy Colvin stands with her friends. Clint Kesto voted to put more money in schools and supported millions more to fix roads without raising our taxes. It's clear, Clint Kesto is standing up for us.
If you had a nickel for every time Mary Kerwin and her friends lied about Martin Hawrelak's record, you could fill a piggy bank. They're telling you Hawrelak cut education spending when the truth is he voted to invest more money in our public schools. Kerwin's pals say Hawrelak raised taxes on seniors when they know Martin was not even in office then. They even distorted his votes on the Troy City Council. Call Martin Hawrelak and thank him for investing more in our schools.
Every time I turn around, there's another story about government spending. A $787 billion stimulus package, and Marty Griffin is applauding them. Michigan facing a $2.8 billion deficit. Griffin wants to spend more. Marty says he's an independent, but he votes with Democrats to spend money we don't have. And who's going to pay for it? It's going to be our kids, and maybe their kids. Give our future a fighting chance. Call Marty Griffin and tell him to stop the out-of-control spending now.
It's how I was raised and the values I learned in the Army. When you have a job, you have a duty to do it. And that's what bothers me about my opponent. She sits on the Education Committee, but when it came time to vote, she passed. She was there, but nearly a quarter of the time, she just said pass. It's her job and our kids' future. I promise you this, if you trust me with your vote, I'll be there to cast your vote, the only vote that counts, and you can count on that.
It's said what truly matters is what's done for those most in need, those who cannot help themselves. Holly Hughes put those words into action, looking out for our seniors, protecting our children in the moments when we can't, fighting for those who fought for us and honoring their service. Who will stand up for our families and our values? Holly Hughes will, no matter what.
In the past 55 years, we've elected 7 different governors and 11 different presidents, but only 1 congressman, John Dingell. Supporting one failed government program after another, Congressman Dingell has put us $13 trillion in debt, and he wants to spend more. I'm Rob Steele, and I approve of this message because on November 2nd, we have one chance for a real change. Don't let it be just another election day. Make it our Independence Day.
I never imagined I'd be in elected office or a TV ad, but I got involved for one reason. Well, 2 really. My kids. I wanted to make sure that Michigan could offer them what it offered me, a good education and the opportunity to get a good job. These aren't Democrat or Republican issues. They're issues that are deeper than that and require us to work together. I'll work with anyone, Republican or Democrat, to get the job done for you. I hope I can count on your vote.